I'll be the first to admit that I don't know anything about Monster Hunter. I can mention like 3 facts and that's it. 1. This guy's in Smash. 2. This chick cheated in a speedrun. 3. Wayne is the ultimate Monster Hunter. Which was a really funny video that I would have referenced a million times in this video. But the cunt took it down. Fuck you, Wayne. Ultimate Monster Hunter my ass. As some of you know, the Monster Hunter Digimon crossover has just come out. And, oh boy. Oh boy, is it something. Is it something, alright? Is that something? I, once again, have decided to skip out on this. For a few reasons. One big reason. One huge fucking reason. But I think it's best to give you my overall thoughts on this device, and just everything that I think about it. Starting off, I'm gonna skip over the virtual pet aspect of this device. I'm pretty sure we all know what a fucking virtual pet is, so I'm just gonna skip it and go on to the next part of the device. First of all, let's talk about the shells. Now, if you've been living under a rock, Digimon devices have been releasing with these new fancy art wraparounds around the entire shell. Take, for example, the Kenji Watanabe Digimon 20s, the Asmaria Digimon X's, and now these guys. They do look pretty stunning, all things considered. However, I still don't know how I feel about these wraparound arts. If you're a bona fide bloke like me, you subscribe to this fundamental law of physics. Phone, wallet, keys. And if you're a Digimon tamer, phone, wallet, keys, VPet. Where do we keep our things? In our fucking pockets. With our keys. It's going to scratch this beautiful paintwork off. Easily. Now, I know what you're saying. Why don't you just buy a case? And that's a really good point. However, Bandai has not released an official case on their end. You'd have to go through a third party like today's video sponsor, Zenon TCG. Just kidding, Zenon didn't sponsor this video. What the fuck, Zenon? Out of the two, I definitely do prefer the Zynoga version over the Rathalos version. I feel like the colours are more vibrant on this device, and not as dull as the ones on the Rathalos. But that's about it for the shells. Let's talk more about what's on the inside. First thing you'd notice is the fact that the sprites have been upscaled to show off more detail of the individual monsters. What I really like is the fact that they've actually made new monsters to try and fill in the gaps between each evolution. Sure, they're just smaller baby versions of said monster, but I do think it's a really nice touch, especially for world building. Yeah, look at me, giving a shit about a franchise's world building that I don't fucking know anything about. Overall, I think the updated sprites are an improvement. However, one of the key features of the Monster Hunter device is the fact that they connect to all the other color stuff released so far. Your pendulum colors, your digital monster colors, a mistake. And this is where one of my problems arise for this device. You see, not only did some of the menus get updated, not only did the meat and the protein get updated, but some of the attack sprites did. Now, if you were to never connect this device to anything else, you would not see this. But if you were to connect this to a Digimon, and that Digimon used an attack sprite that's not showing up in the adventure mode, it reverts back to its 16x16 sprite. Now, I love the 16x16 sprites. I think that they are a true work of art. But if you're going to update the sprites on this device, then update everything. It just feels lazy. And this device is meant to be a gateway for Monster Hunter fans to move over into Digimon. It's almost like Bandai just wanted to fuck this up. Speaking of lazy, let's go on to my next complaint. The backgrounds. Changeable backgrounds is such an amazing idea on the Digimon colors, and the Monster Hunter device is no different. However, one of the key features of the backgrounds is the fact that they cycle through daytime, afternoon, and night. This is such a cool detail that, when I made my custom pendulum color, I painstakingly made a day, afternoon, and nighttime background for my custom backgrounds. The Monster Hunter backgrounds don't fucking bother. You just get one image, and that's it. To unlock backgrounds, you need to either clear quest mode, or evolve into certain creatures. You guys have no idea how hard it was for me to say evolve into certain creatures, instead of evolving into certain Digimon. You can tell which franchise I like more. Admittedly though, the backgrounds are really cool. I think my favorite out of the ones you unlock is the one you get for evolving into Gore Mangala. I just really like the vibe of that place. Just before I get into the main event, I do want to bring up one other thing that I neglected to mention. I really like the way that it handles the different paths. Depending on how much you train this egg and what time of the day you do it, determines what creature you're going to evolve into. I actually think that's a really cool idea, and brings these lines together in a nice cohesive way. However, let's get on to the main event. Now, when you think of the word crossover, what comes to mind? For me, it'd be something like Smash Brothers. Or, how about Simpsons and Family Guy? Do you know what that featured? Both The Simpsons and Family Guy. The Monster Hunter device, which is a crossover device with Digimon, has 2 Digimon in total. Not a line, just 2 Digimon in total. And those were those fusion Digimon that we saw in the trailer. Rathalos Greymon and Zynoga Garurumon. And if you want to get super technical, these 2 new Digimon are actually half a Digimon each. So we actually technically only have 1 Digimon on this device. This just feels incredibly lazy. You have all these different creatures that you could have given evolutions to complete this crossover with Digimon. This is hands down just an absolute insult. And it goes against the spirit of a crossover. And the thing is, you could have actually made new Digimon for these creatures really fucking easily. So easily that I'm gonna do one right now. So we have here this big monkey fuck called Rajan. Look at him. So, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna take this Shinmonzemon. I'm gonna just shrink him down a little bit and just put him right there on his thigh. I'm gonna then give him these really cool sunglasses I found on Google Images. Bam! Rajan Edamon. You know what? I'm gonna do another one. Let's take this sperm dragon that I've grown to like, called Kurzu. I'm gonna change him and make him green. I'm gonna slap a couple of purple little paint blotches across his body. And I'm gonna give him big fuck off googly eyes. Kezu Numamon. It's not that hard, Bandai. Are you fucking kidding me? And look, I'll be honest. I would have been completely fine with just having these 2 Digimon as our crossover mons if we got one line just dedicated to Digimon. Would it have just chafed Bandai's nuts a little to make one of these fucking lines a Digimon? And before you smartasses in the comments say, oh, but it's a Digimon brick, Jordan, so it's more Digimon than just 2 Digimon on it. First of all, it's about what's on the inside that counts. So no wonder you're still single. This device really does make me worry for the upcoming Godzilla device. I'm actually recording this a couple of days out from Digicon, so I don't know much about what's happening with Godzilla, but I am really concerned. I had to quickly insert here because, wow, what a fucking Digicon it was. I'm currently recording this just after watching. You'll probably see my thoughts on it before this video actually comes out, because I like to try and get this shit done really fast. But what I will say, it actually has fucking Digimon on it. The Godzilla device has Digimon on it. And a really cool one that they're throwing in there was Monodramon. That caught my interest, like, literally as soon as I saw it. I'm going to call Justimon. I think Justimon's probably going to be on this device as well, just because, well, Justimon and Jet Jaguar are two very similar characters, so I think it'd make a lot of sense to have Justimon on there. I didn't see Jet Jaguar in the sprites, I don't think, but I'm just gonna call Justimon there. And also, get fucked, Monster Hunter. Suck my fucking balls. We got 4 motherfucking fusion mons. 4 of them. And they look fucking incredible. We're even getting a fucking figure of one of them. Sure. I'll be the first to admit that this fucking Metal Greymon Godzilla thing looks really fucking stupid. I will admit that. I will be the first to admit that. It looks so fucking dumb. But you know what? At least they're fucking doing that. I mean, we didn't even get that for Medabots. And to insert my thoughts about Medabots, with the crossover they did, piece of shit, honestly. They cucked the most important character from Medabots, which is Mr. Referee. That man is a fucking national hero, and he should have been in the fucking crossover. Anyway, there you go. Insert done. Despite all my negativity towards this device, I do have to admit that I think this is an overall net positive. The fact that this device sold out Bandai's shitty pre-order system 3 times goes to show that there is a potential fan base here. I just hope that Bandai listens to Digimon fans more when it comes to these crossovers, so that we can at least get something that does both franchises justice. Or they just decide to fuck us in the ass again like they always do. That's okay. It's like throwing a hot dog down the corridor for me at this point. Anyway, bye.